Had a little incident this morning, and I know most normal people would have forgotten about it. In fact, wouldn't might not have even noticed the incident. So I'm about to drive out the parking lot of my daughter's school, and as I'm about to look left, look right to turn left into the road, I have a sneezing attack. Well, not an attack. Two really, a sneeze is almost like an orgasm. You agree with me? I mean, if a young person asks you a bit of sex education, like, "Daddy, mommy, what's an orgasm?" How would you define it? You would say, "Listen here, little Johnny. You know when you sneeze, it's like that, but downstairs, and it could get messy." Yeah. Hey, that's honest. So I had these two wonderful sneezes, but in that process, I can't, while I'm sneezing, I can't turn left and carry on into the road. Obviously, I've stopped. So there's a car on my right going down the road, and he or she or the driver is waiting for a car that wants to turn into the parking lot. So it's a father of a child that attends the school. Because I didn't go straight away, he got so angry. He was waving his arms, gesticulating, like he was being attacked by a swarm of bees. So angry, so angry. So I felt bad I felt bad initially because, hey, but it's out of my control. I thought to myself, what an angry, unhappy man. Hey, I don't do, when I'm driving and if someone does something really annoying, I'll just give it like a little, I'll go like this. That's what I do. I go like this. I do my, like Larry David with the hands, I go like this. That's what I do. Or I give a little wave. Don't gesticulate. People are aggressive. People are angry. You got to control. But you see, on the other side of the coin, maybe most people or a lot of people are actually calm, normal people. But you get into your car and you shut off from the outside world and you're in your own space. And for want of a better metaphor, it's like Lord of the Flies. You're in disguise. Nobody can see you. Tinted windows or not tinted windows, but you're in your own world. The world of my Toyota Aygo, if you will. I can behave like a barbarian. I can do what I want. I'm Hamas. I'm the Israeli Defense Force in my car. I can wave, I can gesticulate, I can be abusive in my car. In the outside world, I'm a really nice person. I won't hurt a fly. But in my car, it's like when you're on your computer on social media, when you get all aggressive. When you report people for doing something bad on WhatsApp and then you get the person kicked off WhatsApp. What kind of a person are you? It's not nice. I'm referring to, I mentioned it yesterday. I was banned from WhatsApp. I still can't get over the fact that I was banned from WhatsApp. But you know what? Count my blessings. I'm back on WhatsApp. You know what? It's over. But even then, when I found out that I was banned on WhatsApp, did I gesticulate? I was actually very calm. And then I mentioned it to Bernice. I walked into the bedroom. "Oh, I'm banned off WhatsApp." She says, "You seem very blasé about it. This is very serious. This is very bad. This is very..." She was like she was quite I was very calm. What is the point in losing it? There's no point in losing it. No point. So speaking of Bernice, maybe you're thinking about yesterday's episode, the previous episode. How do I feel about it? It wasn't a bad show. It was okay. It was It was all right. There were a few moments here and there. It was okay. Good? Bordering on good. Just under good. Which isn't good enough for me. But I have very high standards, as you well know. So it's difficult. This is not easy to doing this. when you have a co-host, it's actually more difficult than doing a show by yourself, funnily enough. I'd forgotten that because I hadn't done it for over 2 years. So I don't want to... Bernice, I can't blame her. She did her best. She did fine. She's very intelligent, beautiful voice, good sense of humor. I can't blame her. It's difficult. Like, where do you come in? Where do you not come? When do you not talk? When do you talk? It's... Like, she went on about Biden. And I didn't want to go. I didn't want to talk about Biden. So you see, sidekick, co-host. There's a difference. And it's difficult. So I'm not going to say anything. Luckily, she doesn't listen or view this podcast. Not going to do it again for the foreseeable future. You never know. Never say never. Somebody sent me a message. Oh, when Bernice comes on the show, I know that the show's going to end soon. That's not nice. I don't even know if it's true. You see, this clever guy, I can't remember his name, Glickstein, Schmirkovitz, I can't remember. He probably keeps a record and he looks at the data. I don't do that. I haven't followed. Maybe there is a trend. When Bernice is on the show, I give up soon. Maybe you think I've run out of ideas. Do I run out? Yes, of course I run out of ideas. Yeah. Who doesn't run out of ideas? But that's when you get your head together. You go, I know, like for example, I know I'm supposed to talk about SONA, States of the Nation. I know I'm supposed to talk about it to be relevant. But to be relevant is very, to be relevant is a relative term. Oh, that makes sense. So what is relevant? I can only be relevant to myself, quite frankly. And hopefully you just appreciate it at the same time. So somebody wrote on social media, government ministers and MPs, this is not a fashion show. We live in a country with 11 people who are living in poverty. It's in very poor taste. This is not a fashion show. You know, that person's right. That's a good point. They arrive on the red carpet and they're all dressed fancy schmancy. We don't need that, but they'll do it. And President Ramaphosa will give a very good speech. He'll give an excellent speech. We'll see. I don't know who will anybody I'll be honest with you. As you well know, I don't talk much about South African events, which is terrible. Like, I live in South Africa. But it's like I put myself into this cocoon. I've made myself insular. I live in my own little world. And one could say that it's unhealthy, but on the other hand, it keeps my sanity. You know, I'm one of those disappointed people. I thought things would be better. You know, corruption, crime, inflation. And I thought about the whole corruption thing. I thought about it. I thought to myself, how can I make sense of this corruption? It's like, it can't be an anomaly. It can't be, this is just a South African thing. Or this is just an African thing. Or this is just a black thing, dare I say. But it's not. It's not. It's all over the world. Netanyahu, Prime Minister Netanyahu, he's up on corruption charges. Bless him. So it's a common thing. I thought about the Lotto analogy. People, let's call them black people for argument's sakes, who came out of apartheid, especially politicians, suddenly they're in government, they're in charge. It's like they won the lottery. So they lived their whole life under hardship, under oppression, treated like second-class citizens. Suddenly, okay, it's been 30 years. It's a 30-year lottery. Suddenly they won the lottery. Suddenly they got this job. Suddenly you're in a position. You're in a position of power where you can either just accept your 800,000, 1.2 million rand salary, or you can... Oh, okay. This should not have happened. Hang on. Oh dear. Okay, that was terrible. Because it's the courier. The courier's here. He's come to pick up a parcel. Then I have to let him out. That's not good. And I can't start shouting for somebody else because there isn't anybody else. Okay, so you're in the struggle. You're in the ANC. You're in the PAC. You're underground. UDF. Maybe you're getting 5,000, 6,000 rand donor money from some Swiss donor fund or some Denmark. The UN is giving you schmockling some money through a church. It's 1986. It's the 80s that you're living on. You hiding in Mrs. Galinsky's back room. It's a whole thing. You're pretending to be the gardener during the day. At night, you undercover. Like that, you know. Suddenly, you're a government minister. You're earning 800 million rand a month. You've won the lotto. You've got power. You look at white people. I can tell you what to do. Let's be honest. It's a kind of a bit of a power thing. Can I tell you a secret? In my little business, some of my black customers, they're lovely people, but I think they like ordering me around. I really think they get a thrill out of it. I think they like it. And some of them, I think they like getting angry with me. They like to tell me what to do. And you know what? I'm not offended. I actually appreciate it. I understand where they come from. For once in their life, it's been 30 years, I understand. But once in their life, they can order a white person around. Huh? They're human. So anyway, you're this government minister. It's 2020, it's 2024. You got the power. You can give a tender. You can give a 20 billion rand tender to your buddy, to your uncle, and you can keep $1 billion. I mean, you're going to say no. So anyway, that's the way I look at it. That's the way it's human. It's human nature. It's not good, but that's it. It's human nature. Yeah, where was I? Speaking of South Africa, and I haven't mentioned a thing about the African Nations Cup. Bafana were in the quarterfinals. They won the quarterfinals. Then there was the semi-final, and I didn't say a word. It was the semi-finals last night, and we lost to Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. But penalty shootout. It's 2-1. We've missed one. They've got 2 or something like that. So I use a streaming service. I got a little white little boxy thing. It's called something. So and then I got the DSTV app. I borrowed the login from a friend of mine. I mean, can you afford DSTV? Thank God I got a rich friend. Thank God. I think he's got 3 different DSTVs. One for his work, one for his cottage, and one for his time. Yeah? It's a lesson to be learned there. Like, actually study and get a degree and get qualified. That's the lesson in life. Well, lesson learned. Can't go backwards. No time machine. But anyway, I digress. The thing starts buffering. The TV goes off. I missed the whole penalty shootout. But, like that man in the car this morning, I didn't start gesticulating. What's the point? There's nothing I could do. I rebooted the routers, and by the time it came back, Bernice got onto her cell phone. She already told me, Ivory Coast won. It was over. What? Nothing. I missed all that. I missed all the tension. I missed all the excitement. But there's no point. You got to just remain calm. That's the way it is. And then what else? Oh! I want to do. I forgot this whole thing. I forgot to mention. Now my whole chronology is completely wrong, so just bear with me. I wanted to give you an example. I know a friend. She didn't win the lotto, but she inherited 8 million rand. Inherited 8 million rand. She was a personal assistant. She was a PA, and she had been a PA for years for like various CEOs. And she always thought she was cleverer than these CEOs, or she could do the same work as them, because she thought via osmosis or something, their high pressure of knowledge and experience and education went transferred to her low pressure of knowing absolutely nothing and not being educated. You know? And then that could cause rain of knowledge that could seep into her brain, and she's now qualified. Anyway, she got this 8 million rand. To cut a long story short, she got it went to her head. She got all deluded. She saw this 8 million rand in her bank account, and she forgot that she inherited it. Can you believe it? She thought that she earned it in some way, I don't know how. And suddenly she thought she literally had the powers of the people, of these CEOs that she had worked for over the years. Huh? She used to go fetch the guys' laundry, fetch the kids from school. That's what she did. That's what some PAs maybe do more executive, more high-functioning things, but that's what she ought. In the space of 4 years, boom, gone. She bought a house, a 2 million rand house. Now she's back where she was before, living in somebody's cottage at the back, back to working. You'd say, so that's human nature. That's why when people win the lotto, they have to undergo some kind of counseling. I don't even think the counseling works. What counseling is gonna get you out of that tafunselness, that thing? Yeah, I think that went okay. What do you think?